Here's another one. How smart was it for Obama's voters, believers, supporters to believe this notion that he was unlike any politician that ever trod the earth? How smart was it to believe the guy was a deity? How smart was it to believe this messianic stuff? How smart was it to believe that? But more importantly, how smart was it on the part of Obama to act it? Was Obama smart in also thinking of himself that way? Is that smart? You know, so much of what we call education today is nothing more than indoctrination. You think most people in college today are taught to think? I don't. I think they're indoctrinated. I think they walk in there as young skulls full of mush, and the liberal establishments at these places bend and shape their minds into a bunch of miniature human robots. They come out of these institutions thinking that they're special, that they're smarter than everybody else, that they are above and beyond. They end up being arrogant and condescending. They haven't learned anything. They've just been indoctrinated. Not only have they been indoctrinated, what else has happened to them, and this is one of the major problems of higher education, they instill the establishments at these schools, the professoriate, instill a respect for the authority of the establishment's perceived wisdom. While they're being indoctrinated, at the same time, they are told to respect the utter, infallible authority of the professor, of the establishment of the university, and as such, rather than being revolutionaries, these young students actually are obedient. Rather than revolting and protesting things, they end up actually being obedient. And this kind of instilled respect for authority is the greatest enemy of truth, because it kills, stymies the pursuit of truth. It does not promote critical thinking, and therefore real wisdom never happens. You can't have wisdom without an active thinking mind. But if all you are is the subject of look at global warming. Look at how simple it has been to indoctrinate a bunch of people into believing a hoax. And global warming is just one. But how is that possible? How can thinking people not at all be curious about the other? How can thinking people automatically reject the opposite point of view? They can't. But an indoctrinated person can. Somebody who has had instilled in them the ultimate respect for the establishment liberal authority becomes a member of that army, and anybody that opposes that authority that has indoctrinated them is a denier, is a radical, is an extremist, or what have you. And look, the so-called smartest people among us all believe in man-made global warming. We're in the middle here of a mini ice age, it looks like. And I'm not just haphazardly putting syllables together when I say this. Some German scientist, I had it in the stack of stuff this week, some German scientist has done a study. He says, not only are we not in any kind of a warming period, we actually have the aspects here of the beginning of a mini ice age going on. And he's citing not just meteorological data, he's citing climate data as well. Oh, you know what this guy's going to have happen to him? Look at how easy it's been to indoctrinate the kids of this nation with a phony movie. Look at how easy it's been to indoctrinate people to believe that polar bears are dying off because of fraudulent, phony, photoshopped pictures. That's only possible if those people are not being taught to think. If they're not being taught critical thinking, they're just indoctrinated boobs with an instilled respect for the establishment authority that's doing the indoctrinating. So instead of being smart, they're robots. They're programmed little liberal automatons. They think they're the smartest people in the world, and they don't know diddly squat, and yet they're called smart.